And welcome to the Red Men TV. Liverpool have just drawn 1-1 to Aston Villa in their last home game of the season.
And your mood is?
Rock bottom.
Rock bottom? It's really harsh.
It's bad, innit? It was my birthday yesterday, nice one, Liverpool.
It's not all about Chloe Blockson.
I know, it's not all about me, but it should be. Anyway, Chris, the Reds just didn't show up on the day, really, did they?
No, we made it so that the game wasn't the occasion. The occasion was Bobby Firmino and James Milner leaving, and we didn't focus on the game at all. And we were terrible first half. I thought we didn't really create any opportunities. We allowed them to make the game bitty. We allowed this shit referee to break the game up. We probably had about 5 minutes at a time in the first half and stuff. And that's not good enough at Anfield. And we needed Bobby Firmino to come on to inject something into the game. The crowd was a little bit down. There was a couple of nice beers in the sunshine, and everyone sort of wasn't really flowing into it like where I was anyway. I'm just by the cop there in the main stand in the corner, and the songs weren't great for me until Bobby came on in the second half. I don't know what it was like for you guys who were obviously in the cop and stuff, but second half was a little bit better. We get a goal disallowed that probably shouldn't have been disallowed. We didn't work Martinez hard enough. We just threw everything down his throat, and he's a good goalkeeper and he's a time wasting prick, and we just let him do it. And then
massive as well.
And he's massive. And then the other one is it's when he gets his yellow card and then he takes another goal kick, and they get the other guys to time waste. It's so clever. It's Voldemort levels of evil. You know what I mean? It's so friggin' annoying and frustrating. And then it was great to send off Bobby Firmino and whatever, but not good enough for the Reds.
No, it wasn't. It was very much like a lot of the season, to be honest. If we're going back prior the 6 wins we won on the bounce, that's Liverpool's season summed up, really. And like you said, you just wanted Aston Villa to work for it. They didn't have to.
Yeah, and I wanted the other two teams that are in the top 4 race to have to work for it as well. Ultimately now, I think we need... You've said it's mathematically impossible, which it's not. But it is for it's 2 losses for either team, and I think even if Newcastle,
so it's done.
So if Newcastle lose 2, we need to overturn 6 goals. It's not going to happen now. We are going to be playing on the Thursday nights next season, which is a bit gutting. Well, exactly, yeah. You can stay at mine if you want, by the way. Only
same, thank you.
For 400 quid a night, just 400
to me.
Yeah, yeah, and you're not going to bed either. So listen. It is what it is. This season has not been good enough from start to finish. 7 wins in a row shows that we did have the mentality. We did have it in us somewhere. And even if we'd picked up 1 or 2 points from like Wolves away, Brighton away, Brentford away, all those stupid victories, Leeds at home, or those stupid defeats that we had all season, we could have been in it right now, but we're not, and it's not been enough. It's really disappointing because they're such a well organised team, and once they go 1-0 up, it's incredibly difficult and it's incredibly annoying. And we did create 1 or 2 chances, but ultimately on the ball, I just don't think we were really good enough today. I thought we were a bit stupid, a little bit passive, forced it a little bit too much at times. Just lacked intelligence and lacked a bit of quality, and we'll need to address that for next season.
Yeah, we do. I mean, another part of it, Liverpool were absolutely crap, and sometimes you need to, just get the luck, really, to be honest. I don't think we had any of that today. Chris, I'll bring you back in. I've got no idea how Tyrone Mings is still on the pitch for me. I've only seen it once, but from the cop, it looked a nasty challenge. Then we get a goal that's disallowed. The referee didn't have control at all.
He was awful, wasn't he? We had that Henderson one where it got checked for a penalty and stuff in the first half. But is the challenge you're referring to the high boot one?
Yeah.
I think someone told me he gets the ball right, but it's in the middle of his chest, and I've seen lads get the ball, and if it's dangerous, it's dangerous, and that looked like a red card challenge for me. So that referee was a bag of wank, to be quite honest with you. Absolutely awful, complete waste of space, as they all are. They continue to get worse as the season goes on. It's mad, to be honest with you. It's one of the only things where experience makes you worse. In a referee, everyone else gets better, but referees just get worse and worse. And honestly, the standard of officiating this season, I don't know, has been in the bin. That ball must have been in play for about 40 minutes. Yeah. We must have had 18 minutes of added time over the 2 halves.
It was 10
mental. It was 10 at the end, and I think 5 in the first half. The thing is that really annoys me about that referee as well. Why book Martinez in the 75th minute? What's the point?
Well, I said to my dad, who was with at the game today, I told him, when the time waste was happening in the first half, he'll book him in 80 minutes. Yep. And I was about 5 minutes out. There's no accountability for time wasting until the 75th minute. It happens time after time, week after week in the Premier League. And they are clever, they are streetwise, but if you've got a referee who lets you away with everything,
do
of course you do it. So you don't blame Villa, you blame the officiating. It was pathetic. I think there's a certain mentality with referees. You know, I think quite a lot of them would have been like bullied at school, and they have this authority now, and they just want to like flaunt it everywhere. And you just see that. You look at them; they all look pathetic. They all look like exactly the type of people who got loads of stick at school. They've finally got a bit of authority through their jobs, and they just flaunt it everywhere. And they come here in front of 54,000, 60,000 supporters next season, and they think, I'm not going to be influenced by the Anfield crowd. I'm the big man, and I'm going to stand,
but in a negative way, for us.
Because they try and go too far the other way. They're in their own heads. They're pathetic. The PGMOL, how many apologies have we had to clubs this season? And this is when they've got VAR, supposedly a foolproof system where they, where things happen. But why is the offside gone to VAR? I thought offside was...
No, it's something to do with, like, basically it comes off cons at all. Virgil van Dijk's offside. Don't know what that's got to do with it.
Trying to work out whether it was a deliberate pass by cons. Apparently it isn't a deliberate pass, but it looked like a deliberate pass to everybody. That's what we've had in our WhatsApp groups anyway. We obviously
who knows, but it is a bit solemn, and down. So I'm going to try and lift the mood a little bit more, but also it could end up in you crying. I think if I didn't have to say goodbye to Bobby Firmino today, it'd be a little bit easier. And James Milner. I got a little bit upset when I saw Ox there as well. Naby Keita, I still think he's a, boss footy player. He's won everything with Liverpool. But the players who were here first were the ones that really got to me, and Milner, and for them to both go out, to come in at the same time and to leave at the same time, it's tough.
It is. They've embodied almost everything about this Liverpool side between them, haven't we? If there's like the Venn diagram of the cool mad shit and how like machine like we were, and there's James Milner and Bobby Firmino in the middle is just this Liverpool football club. Obviously it's a proper sad day, isn't it? Because now we've lost two of the front three. Like, we're moving on, we've had to move on, but he moves on with our well wishes, and I think he goes out with a bang tonight. He wouldn't have wanted to come on with a minute to go to get the applause. He comes on and gets points for Liverpool, a point for Liverpool, and obviously he would have wanted 3 points and stuff like that, but him scoring the Kop, the narrative was there. And he did it, and it was beautiful, and it was a moment that we'll all share and we'll think about in years to come. Like, when we're looking back on this side, I've always thought to myself, like, when you're talking to your dad about the footy and that, right, and they just go on about the 80s side, I'm already that way about this fucking side. And I can see now why the Isle Reds talk about those sides the way that they did, because I know in 30 years' time I'm going to be talking about Bobby Firmino, I'm going to be talking about Mo Salah, and I'm going to be talking about Sadio Mane to any fucker who'll listen. And that, for me, is we are drawing a line on that team, and it's gutting, but we've shared some of the best times as a Red following them.
Favourite Bobby Firmino moment?
Oh, you've got me there. I think so many important European goals. There's the one away at City, the one against United in the Europa League. I love the one he scores at Paris Saint-Germain. I love the one he scores at Huddersfield, where he just puts it in at that impossible angle, because that's one of those, like, Suarez was the only footballer who ever really made me laugh with some of the things he did, and Firmino made me laugh with that one. But I think coming on at 6-0 against Manchester United and scoring the 7th in front of the Kop, it's my best ever day as a Red, as a Liverpool supporter. It's my favourite ever day, and he rounded it off in front of the Kop. And, like, this guy's been here 8 years, and we've watched him play centre forward for Liverpool for more or less consistently the last 8 years. We're not lucky enough to have that. We've had a lot of pretty shocking centre forwards that we've watched for Liverpool, and for my adult life I've watched Bobby Firmino be there consistently for 8 years. And I think, like, in this era where there's so much video analysis, there's so much statistical analysis and data analysis in the game, I often think that football can't be fun for footballers. It's like there's always the right option, there's always the right choice to play, there's always the right pass or the right decision to make. And Firmino just, like, threw that out of the water. It was fun for him. He played football for what it was. It's a game. He enjoyed it. He brought us so much joy over the years. He won us everything. He won us the Club World Cup by himself, by the way. He scored the winner in the semi-final. He scored the winner in the final. Maybe because in this country we don't see that as prestigious. I'm not sure. I certainly saw it as prestigious as being the champions of the world, and he scored the semi-final and the final, the winner of that. He made us the champions of the world. He's been there for everything. He's been part of the best front three I've ever seen in my life, and I think I will ever see for a long, long time for Liverpool Football Club, and I'm going to really, really miss the boy.
Yeah, both of them were completely and utterly vital to potentially Liverpool's ever greatest side. Most defo the greatest Liverpool side I've seen. James Milner, I'll give my favourite moment. I've got quite a couple. When he nailed Neymar inside the first 2 minutes at Anfield, him putting 6 fingers up when we won it in 6 times in Madrid, him crying at the Cop end against Barcelona where he went to the corner. Both of them, I absolutely love them. Look, this season we haven't got what we wanted out of it, but give me a summer, give us all a summer, and guess what, we'll be back, hopefully with some boss signings. We'll be back to go. We'll hopefully go for the quad. At least we'll start out like that. Don't know whether we'll finish it, but look, let's all take a breather. Let's try not to cry over the people we're losing. Let's welcome the people who we're going to bring in and go for it. Go for absolutely everything next season. And that Europa League's going to feel like Champions League to me on a Thursday night.
It's not the quad, it's a quad.
Well, yeah, sorry. Anyway, nice one for watching. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like the video. We really do appreciate it. For one last final time at Anfield, up the Reds.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that show. Do you want to get your hands on some amazing Liverpool merchandise? Well, if you become a Red Men Plus Club legend on a yearly subscription, we'll instantly send you 2 merch codes to get you 2 pieces of merchandise from redmenmerch.com. T-shirts are amazing. Go and get yourselves one. Simply become a Red Men Plus Club legend on a yearly subscription and that code will be in your inbox very, very shortly.